Good morning, friends. We have released earnings review on the FMCG sector for the quarter 1 FY 2014. During the quarter, revenue growth moderated largely on account of no price hikes during the quarter. The entire growth was the volume-led growth for the FMCG companies. Also, due to the slowdown in the discretionary spends, most of the companies have achieved lower growth in some of the premium products in their portfolio, and because of that the revenue growth for the Sharekhan FMCG universe moderated to around 10%, which is lower in comparison to some of the earlier quarters growth of around 14 to 15% for the entire universe. The discretionary spends moderated, as I told earlier, that the premium categories continues to remain under pressure. Some of the categories like skincare, paints, and some of the premium categories remained under pressure, and there the slowdown was visible with growth moderating. However, the low penetrated categories growth was not impacted much, and we have seen better volume growth in some of the low penetrated categories such as the light hair oil or the value added hair oil portfolio, or for that matter even the malted food beverages. The volume growth has almost sustained during the quarter. Because of the benign raw material prices, the gross margins of the FMCG companies improved substantially during the quarter. We have seen gross margin improvement in the range of 200 to 400 pips for the FMCG companies under our coverage. But larger part of the gross margin improvement was utilized in brand building and promotional activities. We have seen advertisement spends and other expenditures going up during the quarter, and because of this the significant improvement in the operating margins has arrested, and operating margins for the quarter for FMCG companies stood almost flat, or there was a slight improvement on YOY basis. The operating profit for Sharekhan FMCG universe grew by 17%, and at the PAT level the Sharekhan FMCG universe grew by around 14%. So a decent kind of performance for the FMCG universe as a whole in quarter 1 FY 2014. Mid caps outperform a large cap during the quarter. We have seen that some of the companies like Bajaj Corp, Marico, Jyoti Laboratories achieved strong growth in the bottom line. The growth for Bajaj Corp and Marico was around 25%, while Jyoti Laboratories, because of slew of action which the company took in past 2 to 3 quarters to improve its business performance, the gross margin improved significantly, and the improvement in the gross margin was clearly visible at the PAT level, where the PAT doubled on YOY basis. ITC's performance was mixed bag in terms of revenues. The growth was just 10%, and this is mainly on account of lower growth in the cigarette business, where there was a volume deceleration of around 2%, which was anticipated because of the significant price increase the company took in its cigarette portfolio. Even the non-cigarette FMCG performance was revenue performance was not in line, where revenue growth moderated to around 18%. However, the losses of the business came down significantly. The PBIT margins of the cigarette business improved significantly on YOY basis, mainly on account of price increases what the company took. So at margins level, ITC performed really well, but the lower growth was there at the top line level. So overall it was mixed bag performance for ITC. HUL, the performance was below par in terms of revenue growth. Revenue growth stood at around 7%. Volume growth moderated to around 4% from around 6% earlier, and even the margins, though there was a growth at the operating profit level, because of the lower other income, the adjusted PAT growth was just 2% for the quarter. So overall it was a subdued performance for HUL. GCPL, though company has seen growth in terms of revenues, the margins declined substantially because of the higher advertisement spends, and there was a margin deceleration in some of the key geographies as well. So because of that, there was a lower growth or flat bottom line for GCPL during the quarter. Going ahead, it's going to be challenging for the FMCG companies because the impact of the rupee depreciation would be seen on the margins. Though raw material prices have not gone up significantly, but because of the rupee depreciation, I think there would be a limited improvement or no improvement at the gross margin level for the FMCG companies. The sustained inflationary environment and the macro uncertainties would definitely have an impact on the volumes of some of the companies where they have the premium products in their portfolio. So going ahead, it is going to be challenging, and I think next 2 to 3 quarters have to be keenly monitored from the performance point of view. The monsoon has been benign. Monsoon was really good, and I think that will help the rural demand. But there are no drivers for the urban demand to improve in the coming quarters. So next 2 to 3 quarters performance has to be keenly monitored for the FMCG companies. In terms of valuation, we remain selective in the FMCG space. We believe that companies having strong portfolio of brands, strong balance sheet and decent earning visibility, I think such companies should given a larger should be given are the best picks in the FMCG space currently, and we believe that ITC, Marico, Jyoti Laboratories and Bajaj Corps are the companies which have a decent earning visibility, strong portfolio of brands and a decent balance sheet. So I think these are our picks in the sector. Thank you.